Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, God of Heroics, or you can just call me Hero. Today, I am just uploading one of my videos from a stream I did over on Irium. I went ahead and recorded this while running the stream, so if you want to catch any of my streams live, you can go ahead and find me on Irium, or just wait for me to go ahead and just upload the full stream here. It's always going to be about an hour to 2 hours, maybe a little bit more, depending on how much time I have. But anyway, enjoy. So for this wheel, we are rolling on multiple different anime abilities. Things like Demon Slayer, breathing techniques, and demon powers, quirks, Super Saiyan transformations, Naruto dojutsus, tail beast, Titan forms, all that kind of crazy stuff. The only times we're going to be re-rolling is if you get abilities that cannot overlap. Like, for example, you get your dojutsus in Naruto and other dojutsus like the Gyas from, Code Geass. We can only obtain two of those because you can have one in one eye, one in the other, but you cannot be getting more than two because we only have two eyes. And things like the Titan transformations can't overlap with Ackerman blood because Ackermans cannot become Titans. So we are re-rolling on things like that. However, everything else is pretty much what it is. Any abilities that are vague as hell for the sake of the matchup between me and Glitch, anything vague like having Nin or having a JoJo stand, we are actually going to do a separate randomizer for those specifically. Um, yeah, and I believe that should be fair enough. He says, if I get Goku, Devil Fruit, My Hero, or JJK, you might be screwed. Well, that would depend because there is an item on this list, much like our last one, that I'm going to consider to be a mystery item. And that one is going to, if it shows up at all in this video, it will be the thing that really decides what's going on here and how crazy it can be. Oh, there's actually another power on here. I want that one. Hold on. There's a power on here that I think is super cool, but I'm gonna add another ability because it's from the same universe. It says, all right, but you gotta do two mystery items for me and one for you. Well, the problem with doing a mystery item for you is that it's the same wheel. So technically the mystery item can apply for either of us. But do you want two mystery items that only I know about just in case um like you roll one and I roll one? Because I promise you, there's like a ton of things on here. The chances we'd even roll it is very low. Very, very low. But if neither of us roll it, I can just straight up say what the mystery item is. That's not an issue. Yeah, but incredibly overpowered, so it's no GG just cuz. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say there are three mystery items on here. Let me double check that because that might be entirely incorrect. I see this one. Yeah, there's this one, and actually, yeah, there's all three of them. They're right next to each other. So yeah, there are three that are extremely OP where it's pretty much just a wipe no matter what. So let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Do you want to start or should I start? I'm gonna leave that up to you yet again. Let's leave the sound effects on default. My turn this time. Alrighty. Glitch, you get the first spin. Let's spin. So glad the audio is working on this one. What is that? The Ketsu Ryugan? I know that's a dojutsu, but what the heck? This is why I'm gonna keep things. I'm gonna keep a separate tab for the sake of research. The Ketsu Ryugan. Oh, I remember this. This is from a filler arc in Naruto. Let me go ahead and pull up the description of it so I can go ahead and read that for you. So the Ketsu Ryugan is a dojutsu which appears in certain individuals in the Chinoike clan. The Ketsu Ryugan is recognized by its reddish color, giving it a special appearance for the user of this dojutsu. Characteristics, blah 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 blah. Nope, I don't care about all that. Give me what the thing actually does. So upon activation, the Ketsu Ryugan makes the user's eyes glow red and blah blah blah. That's more description. This dojutsu confers genjutsu casting abilities either by making physical skin contact with the target or making eye contact, upon which they can hypnotize the victim in a variety of ways or even delve deep into their mind to extract information. This is the Sharingan on crack. Yeah, so you say if it's filler, is it good? Yeah. So to be honest, a lot of the abilities in filler Naruto are OP as hell. I don't know why they do that. Like, they make all the cool abilities in filler episodes. So the Ketsu Ryugan also gives the user the ability to manipulate iron, or more accurately, anything with a high iron concentration. As such, fitting with its moniker, the Ketsu Ryugan can manipulate blood within a living target. This is OP as hell, whether it be themselves or another being. In order to manipulate someone's blood, they must infuse their chakra into the individual. Yeah, so that's OP as hell. So as long as you can infuse your chakra into someone else's body through like a cut or like maybe even like their ear hole or something, you can control their blood. And then you can also, by coming in contact or making eye contact with someone, steal information from their mind. You can hypnotize them. You can cast them, put them into a genjutsu. That's pretty OP for your first time pull. Alrighty, so yeah, we're gonna add that to yours. Ketsu, I think I'm spelling that right. Ryugan. Absolutely OP as hell. Alright, and then let's remove that from the wheel. They put this pretty high up on the list too. I imagine while making this list, somebody just looked up Naruto dojutsus and then just copy and pasted the whole list onto this wheel. Alrighty, that being that, let's go ahead and spin to see what my first anime ability or weapon or item will be. Please, wheel. Oh, there it goes. I don't like that it didn't play the audio. Oh, there it goes. Sun breathing. Okay. To be fair, as a round one pick, that is pretty strong, but it's not as powerful as the Ketsu Ryugan. I would have to not look at you to win that fight. That is crazy. Not look at you and not be touched. All right, sun breathing. But now that begs the question. So on this list, someone put Hinokami Kagura, and in case whoever made this list is mildly stupid, the Hinokami Kagura is just another name for sun breathing, because they called it Hinokami Kagura to mask the existence of sun breathing in the modern day, so that, you know, their clan didn't get entirely wiped out, the Kamado family, which eventually did happen anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and erase Hinokami Kagura and sun breathing off the list, since they're literally the same thing. All right, spin number 2 to see what you will be getting, Glitstrap. I feel so bad because with your Ketsu Ryugan, that's already OP as hell. Let's see what you get on top of the dojutsu. Become the Lower Moon 6. Wasn't that Rui, the spider demon? Lower Moon, Moon 6. Lower Moon 6. Of the 12 Kizuki. Don't tell me the rank. I want to know the person's name. Stupid list. Who? There it is. Who is the Lower Moon 6? Oh, that's even worse than I thought. That's Kyogai, the drum demon. He had drums all over his body, and he could bang the drums inside of a building that that he took over, and he was able to shift rooms, like switch them with other rooms. He was able to spin the building, to spin the rooms around and stuff like that. He pretty much had control of not the shape or size of the room, but the positioning of the rooms and hallways within the building that he was in. Um, okay, sure. Just so I remember who this is, I'm just gonna put Drum Demon on here. So for your second ability, you get the Drum Demon's power. And for the sake of making this as fair as possible, we'll say that this battle happens within the building that the Drum Demon manipulates, because it wouldn't be fair if I'm just like, oh, we're just outside in the field and now you don't have any powers whatsoever. That would be very unfair. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and remove Lower Moon 6 from the list. And then we'll be spinning for my second anime ability. Let's see what we got. There's so much stuff on this list. It's say got it. So I'm a dungeon master. How the fuck is that supposed to help? So if I don't know if you saw Demon Slayer, but the way the demon was using his ability was when he was fighting Tanjiro, he was banging the drums. Well, he was banging the drums before the fight, so he could swap out one room for the next, and keep himself and the enemy kind of distant or be with them whenever he wanted to. And then when he was fighting Tanjiro, he was banging the drums to shift the room to make it spin and rotate at will, where Tanjiro wasn't able to get correct footing. He wasn't able to utilize his breathing technique. However, unfortunately for you, even though you have the Ketsu Ryugan and the Drum Demon's room shifting altering abilities, I have Sun Breathing, which is the strongest breathing style in Demon Slayer, and then my next pull on the wheel was Ultra Instinct. I apologize. This is all recorded in the video, so I didn't cheat. All I did was spin the wheel. They gave me Sun Breathing and Ultra Instinct, which is the progenitor of all breathing techniques, the strongest breathing technique. And also the fighting style means that I don't lose any stamina, and I'm pretty much gifted the strongest Demon Slayer mark, concede to the transparent world and all that jazz. And then they gave me Ultra Instinct. So I'm sorry, man. This isn't me. This isn't me. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. This is the wheel, man. I swear. But yeah, I'm gonna take Ultra Instinct off the list so that we can go ahead and roll for yours. But remember, there are still 3 mystery abilities on here that could in turn make you the automatic winner of this fight. So let's spin again and see what you get for your third ability. You got the Warhammer Titan. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't think that's enough to combat Sun Breathing and Ultra Instinct. You're untouchable. What can I do? Yeah. Look, man. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry that this has been happening. I don't know why I have this crazy luck today, but yesterday my luck was absolute garbage. I don't know what happened. Let's go ahead and pull a Warhammer Titan off of the list, because this is going to be my third ability. Oh, we didn't discuss this beforehand. How many rounds are we doing of this? Because this is round 3 currently. So I don't know if you wanted to go beyond 3, like 5 rounds or 10 rounds or anything like that. I can paralyze you, but if I touch you, will Ultra Instinct defend that? Because the paralysis from the Ketsu Ryugan is technically considered an attack, I'm pretty sure Ultra Instinct would go against that. But yeah, there are a decent amount of things on this list. Like All for One is on this list, which is pretty powerful as hell. Then there are 3 mystery items, which are pretty much automatic wins for whoever gets them. Yeah, so there's still a chance. And let's go into we're basically gods, because why the hell not? Alrighty, let's go. I'm going to. So, unfortunately, I only have like roughly 10-15 minutes left, simply because I do also have work today. But let's do 7. I think we have time to do 7. Uh-oh. 7. There we go. Alrighty. That's 7 on yours. I'll just copy and paste that on my side so that we can also have 7 on mine. Awesome. So this role is gonna be my 3rd. You have the Ketsu Gun and Drum Demon. I'm Sun Breathing Ultra Instinct. Let's see what else they choose to give me today. If this wheel will please spin for me. There we go. It's really crazy. There's so many things on this list that like the sound effect for the wheel is laggy as hell. But they gave me the 4th tailed beast, the 4 tails, which is it's above the turtle. Who's the 4th one? Is that the fire monkey? I don't think that's the fire monkey. Let's see. 4 tails, Naruto. Oh, that is the monkey. Sun Wukong, or Sun Goku is his name. Same thing. Is this one fire or is he the lava one? I think he's fire. He also goes by the name Roshi. Oh no, that's the host. Let me see what his powers are. Down, down, down. Abilities. So the 4 tails also seems knowledgeable in taijutsu. I guess that helps with the Ultra Instinct and the Sun Breathing. Likewise, showing deception, nimbleness in his side, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get to his powers. As a tail beast, Son Goku possesses an enormous supply of chakra. It also has powerful healing capabilities and able to mend injuries in itself and others. That's just normal tail beast stuff. Likewise, Son Goku is effectively immortal, and when it dies, it just simply revives somewhere else in a younger form. Ninjutsu. Like the other tail beast, Son Goku can create the tail beast ball. He also utilizes fire and earth release chakra simultaneously, allowing it to use lava release. This is the lava one. With it, it can create volcanoes and breathe a stream of green, colorful fire. All right. Yeah, at least it's not the 9 tails. That would have been worse. That would have been worse. This is pretty crazy though. But it does coincide with like the sun breathing. That'd be kind of cool if like I'm utilizing sun breathing with like fire, where like the fire trailing on my sword is actual fire and it's not just like some visual effect accompanied by his aura or something. All right, so 4 tails. Jinchuriki. But Jinchuriki. Alrighty. So that is 3 for 3, and Jesus Christ, my luck in pulling on this one is just unfortunate for you. I'm sorry, Glitch, that you have to endure this. But let's go ahead and spin for your 4th anime power. And you have Beast Breathing, which is Inosuke's power, or Inosuke's breathing style. Beast Breathing. So not only would you get his 2 serrated swords and his wild fighting style and abilities, but you also get enhanced perception, because that also is part of Inosuke's power set. So he can literally see and sense anything from anywhere. He's still one of the best ones. Ultra Instinct. Yeah, Beast Breathing is good, and the perception for it is amazing. His heightened senses are great, but Ultra Instinct really is just top tier. Let's go up to the breathings. Beast Breathing is right here. Yoink that off the wheel. All right, and then I will be spinning the wheel for my 4th ability. And it is... I have the Shinigami eyes from Death Note. This really doesn't help, to be honest. This wouldn't help me. Shinigami eyes. So the Shinigami eyes in Death Note just allow you to see a person's remaining lifespan, so I get to see how long that person has to live. It's more of like a flexibility than anything else. It works better when you have the Death Note, but I guess in this instance, it's like if I'm fighting somebody, I can see if I'm gonna kill them in this battle by how long is left on their lifespan, I guess. So yeah, it is a bit of a flexibility, but nothing else. So in a way, I just pulled my first useless ass ability. Shinigami eyes. Let's find that on the list. There it is. We can slap that off the list. Super easy. And yeah. So you get to see how many seconds I got left in this fight. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it seems like a wasted ability, but it does at least let me see how long, and I guess my fight will last with whoever I'm fighting. All right, next is going to be your 5th ability. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for you and see what you obtain. That is the Senrigan. Okay, actually, no, this is a crazy pull. So this dojutsu is actually from Naruto, and what's her name? I can't remember if it's Ada or Daemon that has the Senrigan. Let me see. I'm hoping it's Daemon. Please be Daemon. Because Ada's ability is OP as hell. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. So the Senrigan is a powerful dojutsu in Boruto, and it's gifted to Ada. So it's the ability to see the past and present events globally throughout your entire lifetime. So from the time you're born to the whatever day you die in the future, you can see everything that happens on the planet. It acts as an ultimate surveillance tool, though it cannot see the future or spiritual realms. So anything from what's currently going on to what's happening in the past, you can see. Its unique divine jutsu, or the shinjutsu, that releases vast knowledge but offers no offensive power, making its wielder knowledgeable but physically passive observer. No, okay, yes, but there's an ability she has that is way more OP. Fuck if I don't have that loophole. Yeah, so it pretty much anything from the time she's born to present day, she can see anything that is happening or has happened on the planet, and this ability lasts until she dies. But if I remember correctly, she's also the person who fired Omnipotence. I know she is, so why is it not mentioning that? Unless that's not an ability from the Senrigan? I'm sure it is, though. It does not permit its user to view any events that happened before they were born or peer into the future. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But influence. The Senrigan is effectively clairvoyance that originated from China. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, wait a minute. Now I need to make a quick search. Boruto Omnipotence. Because I thought this was tied to her dojutsu, but if it's not tied to her dojutsu, then I guess I can't say this is yours. Load a little bit faster. So Omnipotence is a shinjutsu possessed by an Otsutsuki who gains godhood. It is described as programming the language of creation, which is said to be able to create worlds and bring one's desire into reality. Because of this ability, Momoshiki declares this technique to be the most powerful shinjutsu. Akin to genjutsu, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but who uses it? Usage, yeah, Shibai has it, blah 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 blah. Ada would later subconsciously make them in love. Okay, so Omnipotence, essentially, let me explain. Omnipotence is an ability that allows the user to pretty much, it's like a reality warping ability. So she uses it in Boruto to make everyone believe that Boruto and Kawaki are each other. So they see Boruto as Kawaki and Kawaki as Boruto. And she does this to cover his ass, basically. Yeah, so she does that to pretty much cover Kawaki's ass and make it look like Boruto is the one who got rid of Naruto instead of being Kawaki. So now Boruto is a rogue shinobi being hunted down, while everyone else believes that Kawaki's in the clear. So it says Ada inherited this power, however, because she is not an actual Otsutsuki, she has no conscious control over this technique. So essentially, you do have the Senrigan, and you can utilize the ability to see into the past and current day anywhere on the planet, but the ability of omnipotence is something that you can do, but not on purpose. So it would have to be something that you do by pure accident, or by like your body would just kind of be like, this needs to happen right now. Whatever it decides happens is not up to you unless you are an Otsutsuki. So if on this list you happen to roll become an Otsutsuki, I think that's on here, Otsutsuki blood or something like that, then you will also have access to omnipotence. But yeah, it's a possibility because it is on this list. So yeah, let me go ahead and put that on the list for you, for your number 5 power, the Senrigan. Alrighty, and then we can also pull it off the list so that we can go ahead and roll for my power number 5. Oh shit, it's already 2 o'clock? Fuck. I'm running low on time. All right, we're gonna have to speed blitz this one. Still isn't too good against Ultra Instinct and shit. Yeah, that is very true. All right, power number 5 for me. Let's roll for this. I do want to do 7, so we're gonna kind of speed through this as much as we can. Oh, and I got Kaioken, which I mean, I guess can just work in tandem with my. Actually, that's OP as hell. Thinking about it, that is OP. So. I already have Ultra Instinct and Sun Breathing, but with Four Tails, since he's able to regenerate his user with his surplus of chakra, I can essentially just use Kaioken as much as I want while he heals me. That is fairly busted. Alright, swipe Kaioken off the list. And we are gonna roll for ability 6 for you, Glitch. And you get another breathing style, actually. You got flower breathing, which is the breathing style that Shinobu's older sister had, which obviously didn't help her in her fight against Doma, but you're not fighting Doma today, which is actually unfortunate because you're fighting someone with Ultra Instinct and a Tail Beast. Flower breathing is right here. Boom, boom. All right, ability 6 for me. Sorry, I know I'm speeding through this right now, but I'm running a little low on time and I gotta get out of here. Okay, so this is one of those instances where I would have to re-roll. So because sun breathing is the progenitor of all breathing styles, I can't accept another breathing style because I already have all of them technically. So I got mist breathing. I'm gonna have to re-roll on that, and I'm not gonna take mist breathing off the list because that wouldn't be fair for you if you were to roll mist breathing. Not that you want it, but I'm saying like it wouldn't make the roll for you fair at all. Oh. Hey, want to do Devil Fruits again tomorrow just for fun? I can't do it tomorrow. My next stream is likely gonna be Monday, but tomorrow is gonna be me and my lady day because we're both off on that day together. So we're gonna spend the whole day doing our own shit. And unfortunately, that might also end up being a chores day because we do have to clean up. Not too bad though. That'll probably be like an hour tops. But yeah, so what I just rolled is becoming lower moon number 1. And I don't even remember who number 1 is. I don't remember most of the lower moons. I remember Rui is on that list, and then the drum demon is on that list. Who is lower moon 1? Lower moon 1 is the one I hate. Oh, this is Enmu. Enmu is the demon that was on the Infinity Train, where he had eyes popping out of like his hands, and then when he blinks, he can instantly make his opponents fall asleep. Enmu. Yeah, I'll just put Enmu, because for yours I put Drum Demon, so for mine I'll put Enmu. So we both at least have a breathing style. You have 2 breathing styles, and then we both have a demon. Not the demon I like, but being able to make my enemies fall asleep is pretty cool. And if I remember correctly, he possessed a whole train so that he could have eyes in multiple locations. So if possible, since we're fighting in a building, I don't know if I could possess your building and put eyes all over the building, but considering that his ability is based on eye contact, if he makes eye contact and blinks while fighting somebody, then they fall asleep. I don't know if making eye contact with your dojutsu would be the smartest thing. Great, you make me a narcoleptic puppet. Alrighty, let's erase lower moon 1, and then we are into our final rolls. This is power number 7 for you and power number 7 for me. You still have a chance to get one of the most broken powers on this list, and you did not roll a broken power on the list. You got Super Saiyan 2, which is not a bad power. It's just not Ultra Instinct, unfortunately. But you didn't get a bad power, at least. Boom, boom. Alright, so currently you have the Ketsu Ryugan, which allows you to hypnotize your opponent, casting them into a Genjutsu. If you touch them or make eye contact, you can also, if you can inject your chakra inside of your opponent, you can also control their blood, or you can just control your own blood. You have the Drum Demon's power, which allows you to rotate, spin, and swap any rooms within your own domain, being the building. You have the Warhammer Titan, where you can create crystallized weapons out of your own body, beast breathing, and flower breathing. Then you have the Sinrigan, which allows you to see everything in the past and what is currently happening. So I guess if you're not looking at me, that works. And then you have Super Saiyan 2. So that's cool, but we're the mystery items. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for my power number 7, and if I don't pull a mystery item, I will tell you what the mystery items are. So spin, and I did not pull a mystery item, but I got the 6-tome Renegon. So essentially, I now have the 6 Paths of Pain. I think that's the 6-tome, or is that just a regular Renegon? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. If the 6-tome is worse, I apologize. The 6-tome Renegon is a unique version of the Renegon. Oh yeah, this is the upgraded version of the Renegon. So it symbolizes a fusion of the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and the regular Renegon, which allows for dimensional / space-time ninjutsu, and it also gives you all the abilities of the Sharingan along with the abilities of the Renegon, so that does also include the Paths of Pain. Short range teleportation, space and time manipulation, opening portals to other dimensions, and I can combine powers seemingly using the Renegon abilities like the 6 Paths and Sharingan abilities like their Genjutsus. Yeah, that's kind of a busted power to put on top of Ultra Instinct. 6-tome Renegon. Alrighty, so I'm putting that notepad in my back pocket, and I'm gonna tell you what the mystery items were. I'm actually just gonna go through and read what abilities were not utilized on this list, if it will scroll. So all of the other breathing styles that we didn't go over are here. The Millennium items, The other Sharingans are on this list. The Byakugan, Black Clover Grimoires are on this list. The Gias. Then we have all of the Naruto dojutsus from the filler episodes. Then there is the Jogan, which is new to the Boruto anime. Cursed Energy, Domain Expansions, all of the Tail Beast. Then you get all the chakra natures, the individual ones like fire, lightning, earth, all of that. Mana Skin Control, which is also from Black Clover. The Devils from Black Clover, which you actually got one of them yesterday during our Black Clover wheel. All of the Titans from Attack on Titan. The Six Eyes is on here. Limitless is on here. Having a Nichiren Katana is on this list, which means that having a breathing style does not mean you have a Nichiren Katana, I suppose. The Master Sword, it's called the Hylian Shield, but yeah, the Hyrule Shield, all for one, one for all. Any quirk from My Hero, the Sukuna Fingers, all 20 of them, I suppose. Pokemon, so I suppose make a team of 6. Cards, so you build your own deck. Then there's all the Super Saiyan transformations, including Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. Ki, Nen from Hunter x Hunter. Alchemy from Full Metal Alchemist. Beyblades, which are actually more powerful than most people believe. Hockey from One Piece. Any Devil Fruit. Then you get all of the bending styles from Avatar. Lightning Redirection, also from Avatar. You can become an Ackerman, being kind of like Levi and Mikasa. The Limitless is on here from Jujutsu Kaisen. Rewind from Erased is on here, which pretty much allows you to go back to a previous point in your life and redo decisions, which is not one of the, believe it or not, is not one of the mystery items. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the stands are on here. Any Zanbakuto and any Bunkai from Bleach. The Scarlet Eyes from Hunter x Hunter, which is what Kurapika had. The Yellow Clock Eyes, which is an ability that Kurumi has. I don't remember what anime she's from, and I actually don't know what that ability does. I would have said so. I would have said what the ability was, but I mean, we never pulled it. Level Up is what I put on the list because they also have Arise on the list, so both powers from solo leveling being Jin Woo's abilities. Copy ability, so I suppose if you had gotten copy, you could have copied one of mine, which you likely would have said Ultra Instinct, and I don't blame you. Then we get into the 3 mystery items. The 3 mystery items are Power Nullification, which just stops any and all abilities from working. Existence Erasure, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then the Omnitrix, which I put on this list because all of these damn aliens are busted. Every single one of them. And also the Omnitrix has an innate ability to transform the user into whatever alien is needed for the situation. So you would never have to worry about making a bad pick. Then the rest of the stuff on the list is Pyrokinesis, which is from Fire Force. Keyblades from Kingdom Hearts. You had the ability to pull any of the Naruto chakra natures, or you could have had all of the Naruto chakra natures. Bansho Man form, which is a form that Shinra is going to get in the final season of Fire Force. The Demon Slayer mark, the Transparent World, Asta's Sword and Grimoire, so magic nullification. Plot armor is on this list. Then you have all of the demons, so the upper moons and the lower moons. And then there's the Ocarina of Time and Cursed Techniques, which is just picking a cursed technique. That was everything on the list that we did not roll. Plot armor, if only. Yeah, I was praying I would have gotten plot armor. That would have been a crazy pull. But yeah, that is everything that was on the list that we did not draw from. So yeah, I think today went really well as far as these wheels go. We can go ahead and do another wheel on Monday when we stream and record, but for now that is going to end our list. I do have to get ready for work, so yeah, I will definitely be catching you in the next video and stream.